Let's just find a comfortable seated position on our mat, on our bed, whatever it is for us today. And before we even get started, let's just take a moment, kind of rolling the shoulders down and back. Nice and big rolls, pulling the shoulder blades down at the bottom. And then on the next one, let your shoulders drop, kind of sink down and in. Let yourself curve a little bit in your spine, and then allow yourself to start your sway side to side. And just taking a moment to celebrate a little movement in your day, a little opportunity to connect into self, and if nothing else, just like a more kind of engaged style of rest or napping, where we can let ourselves just kind of go. Know that any type of movement that we take that supports us in feeling more at peace, more at ease in this practice is benefiting us. Now, sometimes we'll ask, like, why? Why somatics? What is that? It can be kind of a hard concept to grasp when we're so trained towards intellectualizing our emotions. And there's a bunch of different reasons, but one of the primary ones in this work, in this type of call, is to just build a greater awareness in your body so you can pick up on cues, you can know how to support yourself through the day. But also to gently start to retrain the body towards safety. Safety is kind of a hard feeling to grasp. So think about it as retraining the body towards ease, towards okayness. We don't have to spend so much of our time worrying, trying to think our way out of situations that don't require logic. That we really just have this present moment, this present experience. And when we tune into our bodies, when we bring awareness to our bodies, then we start to gently suggest to the mind, hey, it's okay to relax a little. It's okay not to panic or to worry so much. And then you can come back through center, taking a deep breath. And letting it go. We're going to place our palms back behind us. Place our feet onto the mat. Knees are going to be bent, just finding a comfortable position. We're going to do a little bit of a rendition on our sways. We're going to drop the left knee down to the left side. Keep the right knee through center. Raise the left knee up. Drop the right to the right side. Keep the left through center. And then raise the right up. So you're just alternating, kind of half butterflies here. And if it feels at all uncomfortable to be back on your wrists or on the palms of your hands, you can drop to your forearms. Taking it slow here, but it doesn't have to be so slow. You're just getting started in your practice. Sometimes we're going a little faster as we gently calm down. And just notice how it feels to just start to open up the hips. Notice any resistance, tension. And then the next time you come through center, both knees same direction, just kind of alternating side to side. Slowing it down a little bit more. So even if it's not our slowest movement yet, we're still tuning into the idea of this starting to quell our system, quell our anxieties, our fears. A few more moments here. And then we'll come back up through center. Kind of lift ourselves forward. Let's come onto all fours. On all fours, nice and comfortable position. Okay, hope you guys can see me. From here, just take a little bit of movement, swaying the hips side to side. You can rainbow them or literally just shift them side to side and kind of dip in. I like to bend my elbows a little bit on either side. Let the belly go if you're bracing into the core. And then back through center. Now we're going to focus on the head and neck for a moment. So, kind of looking forward towards the top of your mat, keeping the arms and the hands about shoulder width distance, and now start to drop your head down so that it just hangs. Maybe there's a little round in the spine, but we're not doing like a full-blown cat with the cat-cow. I don't do yoga, but whatever that one is. Now from here, let your mouth open slightly, and then let yourself just shift your head side to side a bit. So you're really feeling the weight of your head. Notice how small little adjustments allow the weight to fall even more. Feel your shoulder blades kind of pulling to either side. Notice if there's any tension you're holding here. And sometimes I even like to lean back a little bit, kind of pushing into my palms but sitting my butt back a bit, just so I'm not right up with my shoulders on top of my wrists. And then back through center, and then gently push down into kind of like a quasi child's pose. Let yourself rest for a moment, wring out the wrists a little bit. Then from here, we're going to be on our forearms. My hair is in the way, but forearms forward. We're going to bring our knees a little bit further apart. Our big toes can be touching behind, which I think is kind of like a classic child's pose. And then from here, we're just going to lift ourselves slightly, maybe 2 inches, and then drop back deeply into our hips. So lifting slightly, dropping back deeply. And start to feel the hips open up a little bit more. Now we don't need to go super far in this range of motion. We're just creating some gentle repetition. And the wider apart that the knees are, the more you're going to feel this. If it's feeling like too much, just bring the knees in closer to one another. A few more moments here. And then on the next one, sitting back, just shift a little bit side to side, almost like you're opening up a little bit more. This one can actually get pretty intense. For me today, it kind of is because of a workout I did yesterday. So just be gentle with yourself, just be understanding where your body is today. Feeling it in the inner thighs, almost lifting and pushing from the inner hip joint, the inner thighs. And then we'll come back through center, press into the palms, come back to all fours. You can bring the knees in, back to about hip width distance. Now from here, we're gonna send our right foot out, keep our left knee down. And you can bring the right foot in a little bit closer, it can be pointed, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna bend into that right knee and start to do some hip circles. Bending down. And then on the top of the movement, kind of elongating the leg. It's gonna look a little bit horror movie-ish, but hopefully it feels really supportive. Take your time here. There's no need to bend and dig as deep as you possibly can. Making sure that left knee feels protected, that we're not putting much weight on the palms, the wrists, really in the inner right hip, in the inner thighs, the glutes. And then you can pause other direction. So now kind of bend the knee forward, whichever way you didn't go before, you'll go now. Watch out for the shoulders creeping up to the ears, especially as you kind of shift your weight forward. And let the head kind of drag down. And a few more moments here. And then coming back through center, you can gently lift the right knee, place it back next to the left. Before we do the other side, let's just sway the hips side to side a moment, recalibrate. And then back through center. Same thing, other side. So left foot's gonna go out. We're gonna start with hip circles, really bending into that left knee, stretching out the hamstring when our leg elongates. Feeling that tug between right and left inner thigh. Just one direction to start. And like truly what a gift, just to wake up and kind of start your day with movement, or if you're on a later time zone than me, to break up your day with movement. Getting into the hips, letting the mind go. Let yourself enjoy the circular repetition of this movement. And then on the next one, you can switch directions. Taking this as slow as feels good for you. But also in this one, I tend to get a little bit flowy. It feels good, the gravity, the kind of sway. So whatever's working for you today. Just a few more moments. And then let's come back through center. Replace the left knee down. Just a little breath. A little round in the spine. A little exhale back to neutral. And just working your way down to the mat. Let's find a fetal position, whichever side. Taking your time to get there. Let your head rest. Maybe placing the top arm palm in front of you. And just let yourself rock a little bit side to side. And then back through stillness and center. Let yourself just kind of roll over to the other side. And just rocking here for a moment. Rolling onto your back, finding that comfortable position. Now you can extend the legs straight. You can also just kind of shift the knees side to side. Whatever feels good, whatever feels supportive. Sometimes I like to bring my knees into my chest and just kind of alternate here, let it be more fluid. We're just going to do a few rounds of pendulation. Super low lift, really just a chance to meet our body in more subtleties. And so when you're ready, letting yourself start to close the eyes down, letting yourself kind of just melt a little bit. Feel the surface beneath you, yes, but almost like it was pushing up to cushion you extra. Let yourself kind of let go into just the support of it. Maybe just letting the head kind of droop from side to side, almost wave-like. And then imagining that there's like this little ball of light, kind of orb of light, whatever color, towards the crown of your head. You can feel the warmth of it, can feel its presence floating there. Imagine this light starts to gently move closer. And as it starts to touch the crown of the head, it starts to almost melt, to expand over your body as a whole. And it's trickling down the sides of the face, the jaw and neck, the shoulders and chest and abdomen, the low back and glutes and hips, the upper part of the legs, kneecaps, the lower part, the ankles, the feet all the way to the toes. Feel yourself kind of radiating with this light within you, down your arms, your fingertips, like a seamless coating of support. And from here, start to shift your awareness into your body, almost taking a gentle inventory, a sort of, how are we doing today? And start to look for an area that just feels okay today. Not uncomfortable, but could be doing a little better. Maybe nothing special. And once you've found that place that just feels okay, maybe not as good as you would like it, start to describe in your mind, through descriptive language, what this feels like, this okayness, this neutrality, this area, this part of your body. Maybe flat or opaque, maybe anticipatory, maybe easeful, maybe a deep blue, weighted, smooth, maybe a little spiky. And don't let the logic of language be your limit. Let yourself describe in a way that resonates with you. And be here with that sensation, that space in your body for a moment. You can zoom out, again, exploring the body as a whole. And taking that gentle inventory this time, looking for a part of your body or a space in your body that feels connected. It feels a little better. Maybe even joyful, maybe just really nice, but nothing else that you feel connected to. Maybe it feels supportive. And so in our practice today, we're expanding beyond just good or bad, uncomfortable and comfortable, to to more subtle hues of our experience. And in this space that feels more connected, it's catching your attention, maybe more enjoyable. Now, once again, starting to describe in your mind what it feels like to be here. Maybe vibrant, fluid, liquid, gold, warm, tingly, deep, elevated, fuzzy, bright, maybe something else entirely, not limiting to the confines of what makes sense, what rings true. Even in the practice of trying to think outside of an emotional identifier, we engage the mind even fuller, even more. And then just be here for a moment, and basking in this experience. And then we'll do one more round between the two. This time, as you zoom out, almost imagining you're carrying some of that connective, supportive energy and carrying it with you to the first place that we started. The part of your body that might feel okay, but could be doing a little better. Maybe a little disconnected. Maybe just a bit apathetic, uncertain, unsure. Maybe you even take a hand and place it as if you're delivering that energy directly. And notice how, as you imagine this infusion of a shift of sensation, notice what changes. Not only what changes in that area, but in your body as a whole. Maybe the mind is a little more quiet. Maybe the heart has stopped beating so fast. Maybe you can really feel the weight of yourself in this space. Maybe something else. Just notice to notice, be curious about your power, your ability to literally ebb and flow sensation. Be here for a moment, just describing that change. Whatever imagery or language comes up. And then final time we'll zoom out. And this time dropping into that second space, that space of connection. Knowing if we took some of that energy, if we transferred it, we need to replenish it. Let your mind land here and offer some support, gratitude, validation, recognition. Let yourself bask in the sensations here and in your body as a whole, as a way of replenishing your connected, joyful, easeful energy source. Simply for the sake of enjoying, but if nothing else, for the sake of noticing. A few more breaths here. And then wherever you are, taking one final movement that feels supportive, almost like cementing this experience into your body. Maybe you're swaying the knees, you just deepen there. Maybe you find fetal position again. Bring the knees into the chest. Maybe it's something else, just shifting the head side to side. Make it a movement of deepening, of deeper connection to self, of deeper appreciation of that ease. Let yourself just be here in this experience for a little longer. I know as we start to get to the end, we tend to rush, maybe get antsy. If you can give yourself permission, just put those feelings on a shelf for a few more moments. They'll be right there when you get back. And then final few breaths. Big breath in, mouth or nose, big breath out. Maybe stretching the body out. I always like to do a little pencil stretch. And then gently, slowly kind of bringing your way back into the space, opening the eyes, gently letting some light in. No rush. Almost like you just kind of woke up. Rub the eyes. And then you can very gently find your way up to a more seated position.